What's up, guys? Doing a little intro after the fact for the vlog you're about to see. It was on Monday. We went down to Shelby's parents' house. We had kind of a little Easter get together, just they made some nice food and hung out and played some games and stuff. And of course, gonna see some angry grandma. And I think it's pretty funny. We played a, what was it called? Most likely to challenge or whatever. Not really a challenge, but like a game, like, who is most likely to do this? And then, you hold up a sign that's got one of our names on it. So we were just playing with me, Caroline, and Shelby at first. And then I had an idea, or one of us had an idea to go get angry grandma and bring her down there. So it was pretty funny. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good day, and yeah, enjoy the video.
You can definitely get closer.
Yeah, Jake,
Bring
that's
the camera
too far away.
I just need the couch to snap or something.
Oh, buddy's gonna make his appearance.
Hold on.
Hello, hi guys.
I'll lift it up a little bit. So,
Get stuck in a swing, great me.
all right, hold on.
We're avoiding the fat question.
All right, I'm gonna start recording.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see us.
Backside.
Who's
Red
likely
button.
to get on a sex offender?
Okay, you can record. Well, if I'll just have to edit stuff.
One minute.
Go ahead. Okay, guys, so we are going to do a challenge video. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go. I'm gonna laugh.
What's it called?
Most likely to.
This is the most likely to challenge. So on the pieces of paper, we have each of our names on it, and then after I read the question, we're just gonna throw it up and see. It's kind of interesting, kind of funny. Jacob didn't want to be in our video, but
I'm still here, guys. Hi.
okay. Which one?
I'm doing
one?
this because mine's
What?
easier.
Was this it?
Get behind me.
For real, she don't know how to edit it.
Redo it.
Three.
Okay.
2, 1.
Okay, hey guys, so today we are doing a challenge video. It's, okay. Oh shoot, I gotta, okay. Who is...
I put mine in front of me, so it's just easier.
The phone?
No, the papers.
No, hold the phone. Okay, who is most likely to hold a grudge for years? Okay, let's throw it up. What do you think?
Yeah.
What'd you put?
Me? For
Caroline.
sure.
I picked Caroline because, yeah, you don't want to make her mad because she will stay mad at you. Who is most likely to get a freaky tattoo? Oh, hold on. Hold on.
I don't know. I picked me.
We all picked ourselves.
I almost picked Brian because he got that diamond.
I picked me because I really want a Michael Myers tattoo, but I will not get it. I really want one though, and that's kind of weird. Freaky.
Harry Potter, not random.
Well,
Who would most likely get one?
who is most likely to get arrested in a foreign country?
That's hard.
What'd you pick?
Brian.
So did I.
I think speeding
because,
or something.
no, also, he's very cocky. So, and I feel like, no offense, when you drive in that, you get mad at people. So I feel like
I say it's something to do with the car.
I'm gonna put a hidden camera in her.
He gets snappy too. Who is most likely to cry on national television?
100. I knew it.
Because I literally cry over everything.
Everything.
Who is most likely to survive on a zombie apocalypse?
Not even waiting. Me. Walking Dead. 8 years. Got this.
Can I pick two?
Bullshit.
I don't know. This is a tough one. If okay.
I can make fires, cook food on fire, all that.
I can watch videos.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pick Brian only because Caroline's
Bullshit with that question. Oh, I can't get those little packaged foods. I'll be fine.
I think maybe.
Come with me if you want to live.
Who is most likely to become a Marvel supervillain?
Oh. I'm gonna go with this. I just picked Brian. Yeah, I picked you.
Caroline. Well, I picked you because you guys watch them more than we do.
They're great.
So.
More than we? I don't watch them, period.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Who is most likely to become an obnoxious TV star? Where's Jacob when I need him?
No.
Because Jacob would be a
obnoxious TV star.
Oh. Obnoxious TV star?
Who'd you put? I put me.
I don't know, I picked Brian.
Oh shit.
You're fine. That was a tough one. Who is most likely to win the lottery and then go into debt within a year?
Oh.
Me?
No, I switch. I would put Brian. Because you buy really expensive things.
I was going to
Flip
say,
stuff.
he has expensive taste.
Yeah.
I think Brian,
I could stretch
$20.
$20.
Yeah.
I would double my lottery
Why would
winnings.
you put me? I'm a tightwad.
I know.
Yeah, I think
Say
that's
that.
right. Who is most likely to become an alien undercover?
You know me.
I feel like her. Who is most likely to go on a killing spree after a bad day?
Oh, God. Honestly, you get so crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm not
you.
gonna, like I said, I'm gonna say,
50-50,
like,
yeah.
where I work, sometimes people just really get on my nerves, so I feel like
Simple.
one day I'm gonna be like, that's it! I'm just kidding. Who is most likely to offend millions of people over Facebook?
Oh, I know that. Yep. God
Who'd you
dang it.
pick?
Brian, for sure.
100%, because, boy, does he go on his rants.
I literally don't ever post
Me, I was gonna
statuses.
say, I don't
It's not
either.
that I care that people
I don't
are going to
either.
comment. I'm
Yes,
just
you
like, I
do.
don't
I know.
care.
Especially over everything right now. Who is most likely to catfish a person on the internet for years to end?
Oh.
Did you? I think you
What? No.
Yeah, I pick her too.
Oh my gosh, no.
Who is most likely to do something stupid that destroys the entire world?
Oh. 100%.
Who is most likely to fall in love with a vampire, werewolf, or a centaur?
Damon, I'm waiting for you, baby.
I was gonna say
Edward,
Caroline,
I'm waiting for you. Stefan, I'm waiting for you.
like right now they're obsessed with
Vampire Diaries.
yeah.
It's
so-
super good, okay?
Oh
Have
yeah.
they been watching it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, I thought you were serious.
no.
I'm like,
Who is most likely to pass gas while in an important job interview?
I knew it. He's only been shitting himself the whole time over here. But it's our couch that's squeaky.
Who is most likely to go on a blind date arranged by their mom?
I know it. I know it.
Who is most likely to go to the store in pajamas?
Oh,
Absolutely.
bullshit.
She won't leave the
I
house
don't-
unless she's
I was
fully
gonna
dressed
say,
up.
I went in fucking Kroger's one time and you were in pajamas.
I don't ever wear pajamas.
I won't wear
anywhere.
pajamas either. I won't.
As we both pick each other's names, like
Yeah.
even as Brent, I will not. No hate towards anyone that does
McDonald's drive-through gotta
I-
be fully
it.
dressed.
I hate it. I'm like, no, I gotta have clothes on. Who is most likely to help a friend bury a dead body and never tell anyone?
Oh, easy.
Caroline, for sure. Who is most likely to get in a fight over road rage?
Oh,
110.
100%.
Yeah, I get it from
Shelby,
him.
yeah, right.
I get understandably angry. You rage. I thought I was gonna die the night when we tried to buy you a new car.
Oh,
Yeah, at that
God.
point I was driving down the highway. I just really didn't care. Who is most likely to make babies cry? Me? Kids.
Oh, I said Brian.
So did I. Kids love me.
Kids love me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, don't
Who
put
is
that
most
on.
likely to have 8 kids?
Oh. Bitch, no. No, it isn't.
8?
She knows it would be her, yeah.
8?
don't
No,
even.
we'll say Caroline.
Bullshit. It's Shelby.
Who is most likely to pee in a public place?
Me? Oh. I said, it'd probably be Brian overall, though.
Who is most likely to bribe a police officer or politician? Bribe? you
would cry and beg for your life.
I would literally
Brian.
say you, like, talk your way out of
I was
it.
gonna say, I would say you. Who is most likely to check in a rehab for sugar or coffee addiction? Oh,
Sugar.
me, 100%.
Sugar.
Me, it would be sugar.
I was gonna say me, yeah. Candy.
Absolutely not. I don't think you.
Candy.
No.
Yeah. Oh. Well, yeah, you guys, like, make brownies and shit. And
Who
all
is
that,
most
I
likely to
don't.
become a really dumb but popular YouTube star? We all think we're gonna be.
Caroline plays.
Who is most likely to be a secret stripper?
Oh, well, no way. Well, I know why. Oh, you know me. Shelby's only obsessed with all strippers on YouTube.
I do
Yeah.
watch quite a few strippers, so if
So,
that
it
ever
would
did have
be
to
Shelby.
happen, I'd be set because who is most likely to become an animal hoarder?
Oh. Yeah.
Absolutely, Caroline.
We'll have
I think
Damon's
that was
baby.
it. I think we might do another challenge because that was fun. Fran, did you want to film a video with us?
Yeah.
It's okay. So it's a challenge video on YouTube where you'll get a piece of paper with Jacob's name, my name, Brian's, Carol Ann's, and yours. And it's a most likely to. So I'll be
So
like,
she reads a
yeah.
question.
I'm like, who is most likely out of all of us to get arrested?
That he was.
You gotta pull a card,
That'd be funny.
A knife out.
Yeah.
This way.
Do you want to do that challenge with us on YouTube?
If you do it, we'll let you come out of your room.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Grady, it'll be fun. Come on.
It's fun. It would be quick. It's funny. Yeah. and-
I said, yeah.
Okay. I gotta write names on a piece. I gotta write names on a piece of paper. So come on down. We gotta get this set up. Green, you got your cards?
What card?
Do you have your paper?
Nope.
Here. Here's with all of our names.
Is that what that is?
Give me some.
He's over here burping, you hear it?
How could you not? He was burping out the other side earlier.
It's the couch every time I move.
Flip the screen up so we can see ourselves.
Aw.
Really? Yeah.
Come here, baby. It's recorded.
Is my phone still good?
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh man. Well, there goes that. And action.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, you guys? Fuck! Oh no. No, me and Granny's never played this game before, so it should be fun. Ain't that right, Gran?
Okay, so
Right,
basically,
don't get your fucking hand out of my face.
okay, so basically, what we do, if he didn't explain that good, is we ask the question, and out of that, our question, which one of us is most likely to? Number one is, who is most likely to go skinny dipping?
Oh, skinny dipping.
Oh shit! Brady, you gotta pick yours. In true grand fashion, she really thinks hard on this.
No, I don't. I just can't get these fucking papers apart.
Come on, Gran, you had one job.
What do you
What
think?
job?
Maybe Granny should just say the name.
He said.
I say
I
Granny.
said Jacob.
I said, you put yourself. I put myself.
Who won?
No,
Nobody
it's not
wins,
like that.
it's
It's
just
just
like-
like who's most likely
Who'd you
to do.
put?
I
Jacob.
put myself.
Who got the most ones?
You did,
You.
Jake.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the
You put Brian.
Me?
Who's most
me.
likely to befriend a celebrity? So who's most likely to become friends with a celebrity? Wow, these. Yeah, you're right. You gotta shimmy through this stuff.
I put me. I almost put Granny. Yeah, I'm gonna put Granny.
Oh.
I almost did.
Granny, what are you wearing?
Fuck you.
What is this?
That's my fucking hand, you motherfucker.
I say Jacob.
Granny.
For sure, Jacob. Who you put? Grant?
I said Gran. She'll probably be friends with Clint Eastwood or something.
Should
Grant,
never
who do you
hurry.
think? Grant. She picks herself. Who is most likely to get in a fist fight? Jacob. I put Jake.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
How about Granny says the name?
Grant said Jacob too. We all obviously think Jacob. Who is most likely to crap their pants in public?
Granny, we're just gonna have you say it. Alright?
Me?
Grant,
Specifically
Then you
in
put these
you
up.
can
Walgreens.
just say our names, Grant.
Just say who you think out of all of us.
Okay.
All right, who is most likely to what?
Gran. Crack their pants in public.
Granny. Yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who is most likely to do porn?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you know
I
what?
don't know.
Oh, I'm just gonna Jake up.
Say Jake.
Whatever.
Times get
I
rough.
I think who would you say, Brandon, is most likely to do a porn?
Shelby.
I ain't doing no porno. I'd be too afraid would find it.
Who is most likely to do a public speech? Gran. I say Gran.
Yeah.
She ain't afraid to talk to nobody, so.
Granny.
What the hell?
You can't handle me. There's the lay yours in the fucking floor with mine.
Who's most likely to date a celebrity?
Oh, me.
Oh.
Why? Who would you date?
I said myself.
Any day
Me?
you wanna mess me.
I said me.
I said me. So Post Malone, if you are watching.
Anybody from Vampire Diaries?
Kristen Bell. I love you.
Who's most likely to get a tattoo of someone else's choosing?
Like what?
Like somebody else picks a tattoo for you.
Oh. I feel like this game should be called Jacob.
I feel like I'd end up on that one show where they get the bad tattoo.
Yeah, that's what
I feel like you. I feel like
Yeah,
Jacob because I feel
yeah.
like we could convince
Who do you
him.
think?
Yeah.
Who do you think? Yeah.
Caroline.
Carolyn.
No.
Who's most likely to be on a TV show?
Oh.
Can we pick two?
Oh, we should. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna.
I pick Grant.
Jacob and Granny. Yep.
Grant and Jake. Grant and Brian.
Dynamic duo.
Okay. Who's most likely to get blackout drunk? Easy.
Oh, I already know this
Brian.
Carol. I think Carol Eno.
one. No, you.
I put me.
Carol Eno.
I'll say Brian.
No, Carol.
Brian does 3 of those heavy drinks and then he
And
pukes.
Carol.
Shelby has a bad habit of announcing that she's drunk, so she'd probably be like, "I'm so blackout drunk."
Who's
No, she would
most
sit there and she'd be like, I'm so blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to get arrested?
Oh God.
Oh, I say Carol Ann.
I said Jacob.
Carol Ann.
Whatever.
What do you think, Grant? Who do you think out of us is most likely to get arrested?
Why are you looking at me?
No, like, if you had to pick 2 people, who would it be?
Yeah, 2 of us. Who would you think would most likely?
Jake Brian.
There
I
you
would have
go.
honestly said Jake and me.
We robbed a bank.
Who's most likely to become a professional gamer?
Oh.
Oh God, is this even a question?
Caroline.
Brian. He put him. I put Carol Ann.
He would-
What's that called where you like brag about your humble
Carol
brag?
Ann, please.
Who's most likely to save someone's life?
Oh,
Carol Ann.
me.
She's like, she thinks she's a doctor.
100%.
100%.
I almost tried. I was stopped. Granny, who did
I'll
you
say you're
think?
not getting none of her answers.
Gran, who do you think is most likely to save someone's life?
Me.
You. Whoever you are, I'm sorry. Who's most likely to be a comedian? Oh.
Oh,
I have 2.
Jacob.
You're dropping the answers.
Jake and Carol Ann.
I
Them
said
2 alone
Jake.
are hilarious. So
I said- yeah.
I picked them.
I said Jacob.
Carol Ann. Who do
I
you
said
think,
Jacob.
Gran? Most likely to be a comedian.
Jake said me.
I guess Caroline.
No, what?
Who is most likely to have kids?
Oh.
Oh, easy.
Well, not fair for the. Alright, that question doesn't apply to people who already had kids. Alright, for the ones that don't. I would say you are definitely gonna have kids.
I
first.
say show. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you say?
I think Shelby.
Who's most likely to eat poop?
Oh, that is easy.
Somebody who's already done it.
Granny.
Oh, that's a good
Granny.
Shelby's already ate shit, not just once.
Plead the fifth.
Twice.
Plead the fifth.
Maybe you should explain that you were a little baby.
Well, we'll do.
No, it was literally just
if you guys
yesterday.
want to know, let me know in the comments. I'll do a story.
Here's the story. She was a baby and she ate shit.
Who's most likely to screw up on a first date? Easy.
Oh, that's a piece of cake.
Jacob.
Yep.
Jacob 100%.
Yeah.
I had one girl tell me I was too immature.
Really?
Weird.
Oh my god. Grand who?
Jacob, I'm going along with it.
Who's most likely to cry in public?
Oh.
Oh, here we
Shall
go.
we?
Shelby. Everybody pick Shelby.
Who's most likely to hide a body for a friend or family?
Oh. Easy.
Carol Ann?
Yeah.
Carol Ann, for sure.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You guys better have my back.
Who's most likely to make out with a stranger? Oh, well, just from experience with Jacob. Jacob. Absolutely.
I'm a pimp.
At the club.
Yeah, we went to a club and
That was
I
disgusting.
turned over and okay. Who's most likely to get an STD? Oh, easy. Who's most likely to get an STD?
Jacob.
Gran? That's a sexually transmitted disease. Like
Hooking up with like somebody who's got the itchies.
I say Gran.
She's too big.
I say Gran or Jacob.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Has Walter
Jacob.
been checked?
Yeah.
He better have.
Who's most likely to fart in public?
Oh.
Where's
Easy.
he? Easy. This
Ryan?
is the first time I picked you. For sure. Who do you think, Gran?
Hold the one back.
I'll
now.
go with you, Brian.
Hold the
Okay.
one back
Yeah,
now.
I'm sitting here next to you.
Yeah, be careful. Plug your nose.
Okay.
Who's most likely to get a piercing? Ears don't count.
Oh.
Mm.
You're so. I'd still say me.
Carolyn, I'd say you should do something like
Oh,
that.
I thought you.
I'd say me. I
Oh,
would.
Or you. Or
Maybe
that.
like nips or something. I don't know.
You know,
That's her.
or not. Who knows?
Well, who's most likely to dye their hair green?
I would just say any color.
Or dye their hair any color?
Oh, me.
Carolyn, for sure. Carolyn's dyed her hair a million colors.
Oh yeah, I've done it. Purple and all that.
Granny,
What?
throw your 2 cents in.
Who's most likely to date two people at the same time?
Oh.
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Well, I can't say Jake because he can't get one.
I put Jacob.
I put Jacob too.
But, you know, I wouldn't. But it probably would be.
Who is most likely?
You would if you could.
I know.
Who is most likely to become the richest person in this room?
Oh, that's easy.
All right.
Oh, that is easy.
I said Brian
Yep.
Really? I said
because
Jake-
he builds.
You'll
a bunch
find
of that
something
shit.
one day. You'll find a UFO and you'll sell that motherfucker
yeah.
for millions.
He could sell the devil ice water. I swear to God.
I said
Everybody
Jacob.
needs a good freshman.
Yep.
Who's most likely to join the FBI?
Brian.
I was gonna say, hold up. I haven't put Brian up for many of these.
Yeah, Brian.
For sure. Who do you think, Gran?
I guess.
Actually,
Brian, I'll go
wait, hold
along
on.
with you.
Hold on. That's a 2. Caroline and Brian would be the best duo.
Who is most likely to get attacked by a wild animal?
Oh, that's easy.
Gran, Carol Baskin.
I say Jacob.
I said you.
I said
no,
you.
you get attacked because you're scared of them.
I put me.
Fuck
Yeah,
no.
because Shelby will run right into a corner.
Yeah.
Ew.
Who's most likely to find dirt on an ex? Carolyn, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna skim through these. I'm just gonna say the name.
Yeah. Sometimes
Carolyn.
they're such a pain in the ass to find.
Who is most likely to be sarcastic?
Me.
Brian.
Me.
Brian. 100%.
Oh well, like yeah. In what situation? Yeah.
Who'd you put?
Me.
Caroline.
Oh.
Who is most likely to give up a secret? Gran.
Brand.
Granny.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
she cannot keep her
Maybe we
mouth
should
shut.
just say them. out
Yeah.
loud.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say because there's too many to pick through these. Who is most likely to never get married? Oh, never. Oh fucking.
Caroline.
Gran.
Brad.
You got married.
Gran.
I'd say
She's
Granny.
been married though.
That don't count.
Yeah, how long ago?
It doesn't count.
Fine.
It counts.
It's either you or me.
You.
No, screw you.
Who is most likely to enjoy a zombie apocalypse?
Me.
I think Carolina.
Yeah, I
Brian.
doubt that. You
Yeah.
be crapping.
I'd say Carolina or Brian for sure.
Yes.
I say
I don't
Granny.
know, Grandma.
Granny
say
would
Gran.
not enjoy
Yes,
that. She
she'll
doesn't
just-
even like going
She'll just be
in
upstairs
stores.
smoking.
Yeah. Who's most likely to be involved in a scandal? Jacob. I think.
Yeah, Jacob.
Jacob for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's been in a few.
Really?
One
Because I
for
thought.
me.
Okay, who's most likely to kill someone accidentally?
Granny.
Probably me or Gran.
Granny.
Yeah, I'm about ready to.
I say yeah, Gran.
Oh my God, he fell off the balcony.
She's already has it planned out.
Who is most likely to jump off a moving train? Brian.
Jacob.
Probably me.
I say
Jacob.
Brian. What do
Somebody
you say,
probably
Gran?
dare me to do it, and I'll do
What do
it.
you think, Gran?
Jacob.
It's
Me and
stand
Jake.
between them two.
Yeah.
Going to like some quarry or something.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to be a gambling addict? Gran.
Oh, I love to go to the casino.
Yeah, Granny.
Granny. Every time we go in a gas station, she gets what are they? Lottery
Scratch
tickets.
offs.
I might hit it big one of these days.
Yeah, and you'll give me some money.
Oh,
Give me some money.
Most likely to get arrested for someone. You know, like take the fall.
I say Gran.
I say me. I would.
Didn't you get
Get
arrested one
for
time?
someone? It ain't me.
I got arrested a couple of times. Shut your mouth. Your mama had to come and bail me out.
I'm done. Most likely to be a sadist.
Granny.
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 What?
A sadist.
Granny.
Who is most likely
I'm
not
not
to take
crying.
a
What
shower?
the hell's that?
Well, they think you would be most
Alright,
likely to
Granny.
worship the devil.
It's a Satanist.
No.
You would
It's a
worship.
Satanist, not sadist.
Who's most likely
It's
not
a
to
sadist.
take a
as
shower
in
for a
sex.
week?
The S&M people.
Granny.
Oh,
Oh, she
Sadist.
said.
I said devil.
What did you hear? I said who's most likely to not shower for a week?
Oh, Granny.
Granny.
Told ya.
She's only went a month before. That's all.
Burns
What's
and
the
nostrils,
longest-
just like
I'm
you
not
said.
allowed out of my room but once a week.
Don't tell her.
What the hell? You shit.
Who is most likely to Who is most likely to fall in love with his or her best friend? Jacob.
Shelby, you did. You're
Well-
dating Brian.
Well, I don't. Okay.
We didn't, not really though. We didn't know each
We're
other.
best friends, yeah.
No, but you were her
We hung
best
out for, like-
friends.
We hung out for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Who is,
All of 10 minutes?
Mhm.
That's all it took.
Oh, it was all
Granny, what the
high
hell?
to you.
I ain't trying to feed you. I shut up.
Adopt a child. Most likely to adopt.
Maria, who is most likely to be a philanthropist?
What the
Why
hell's
did you
that?
say a philanthropist?
Who is most likely to become a nun? Carol Ann.
That's a joke.
All I have to say is yes.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more, like and subscribe.
Yep, and I'm to end this video off. I'm gonna do the Rubik's Cube and the fastest record ever. Here we go. Shit!
Okay, great. How about this? For all the money in the world.
We should have did that.
Don't start all
We
the
should've
money in
did
the
that.
world. My answer will be hell no.
We should have fucking did that.
Grand, for all the money in the world, would you French kiss a girl?
Hell no.
Passage.
All the money in the world? You wouldn't even bet.
Be a trillionaire.
I might kiss her, but not French kiss her.
You mean you do this?
That's it.
What about Walter?
No, but
What
you have
about
to.
Walter?
Granny, you have to kiss.
Oh, I'd like one on Walter.
Hey, you have to kiss the girl this way. You have to.
Alright.
I might be old, but I ain't that fucking old. I know what French kissing is.
Grand, for all the money in the world.
Would you?
Wow!
Tell her
Would
hell
you
yeah,
get
you
knocked
eat it.
Hell yeah!
You eat it like candy.
Damn right I would. Well, I guess I'll go up in my room.
Yeah, get back up there now.
Yeah, it's time.
You're not allowed downstairs anymore.
That's where I'm going. I'm going to my room, and you know
We
what?
got 2 seconds.
Fuck you and fuck you and fuck him.
the next day.
What's up, you guys? It's the next day now. Yeah, last night was super fun. We got home late. We came home at like 2 in the morning, and then Shelby, I believe she already uploaded hers, so you guys have probably already seen it. Yeah, so she did a little bit of editing, uploaded it, and then I got on the computer for a while. And if you guys, I don't know, are you any of you guys into like computer gaming or anything? When I grew up, I was a PlayStation guy, or kid, I guess, technically. I had a PS1 and then a PS2, and PS2 was like my favorite console of all time. And then when the original Xbox came out, like, I always wanted one because like I'm just like a, geeky kind of like tech, nerd or whatever you might want to call it, so I always wanted like the newest and coolest stuff. But like it wasn't like I had to have it, I was like, oh cool, I want to try it, it's totally different from PlayStation. Microsoft made a console, and my mom ended up getting one she got it for me and my stepdad to like share. But it was cool, like I liked it, but that was really it, like I wasn't crazy about it. It was really like I reverted back to my PS2 all the time. So my big game, and again, like I've never really been a gamer, like in a sense of like just sitting there for hours and hours playing like all day, except for the PS2 days and early PS3. SOCOM 2, I'll put a little snippet of it, like the cover right here. SOCOM 2 was my favorite game, like to this day, still by far my favorite game. Like if they would turn the servers back on for that game, I would literally still play it. I would literally get home from school, and that's when I would have considered myself a gamer, I guess. I think I just said I wasn't ever a gamer. That's when I would have considered myself one, because I could get home from school and play that, like literally from the time I got home. Like I'm talking, walk in the door, throw my book bag and shoes off, go in my room and fire up the PS2. I could play that until I had to go to bed, and I would literally like, getting up for school like 6:30 or 7 in the morning. I would be playing this stuff till like 2 or 3 in the morning, till my mom would be like, opening my door, like, yelling at me for still being awake and stuff. And this was all day, every day. Like it got to a point where they had to like, tell me like, okay, you can only play for like an hour a day or something like that. And of course I would get around all that. I remember at one point I had saved my money up from like, my grandma would sometimes pay me to like, do stuff around her house for her and stuff like that. I had saved my money enough, bought another PS2, another copy of SOCOM 2, with like a controller and like the little, you had to buy like the network adapter thing for it to actually plug it into the internet. And I actually had it wired up and hidden like behind my TV and stuff. So like it was there and hooked up, but like you couldn't see it. And I think I had a wireless controller too at the time. Like I had got one for my birthday or something like that, so I didn't have to worry about like plugging the controller in. So when I would get like in trouble or whatever and they would take the one away, I had the other one. The next game I ever played like that was when Zombies came out on Call of Duty. I think it was like, was it Black Ops 1 that they first came out on? I don't remember, but whatever one they came out on, like me and my buddies like at work, we would get off work and play that, like, and not being in school. Well, actually, yeah, I was in like late high school at the time, I think. But like it was the same thing though. We'd get off work or get home from school, play that all day and all night, like get into the hundreds of rounds, like get into the hundreds or whatever. That was fun. Those are the days for sure. But anyways though, so my point in all that was like I've always been a console gamer. Like I love computers, obviously. Like I'm, technology, like anything technology I love, anything techie I love. But I've always loved, we got iPhones obviously, so we kind of like Apple stuff. And with that being said, I'm not going to say like, no, yeah, they're not overpriced or anything. A lot of their stuff is a little bit overpriced. A lot of it is a lot overpriced. But in our cases, in my examples, like the stuff lasts so much. That's irrelevant. I'm not getting into that. That's a whole debate in itself. Anyways, though, I had always had like a hand-me-down computer, and then I would just like upgrade a little bit, you know, like going through school and stuff. Like when my parents would get a new computer, you know, they would let me have the old one, and I would always do something to it, like, you know, upgrade the RAM, or, you know, get a better processor for it and stuff like that, you know, so it would like be kind of like, you know, more modern and able to handle a little bit more than it was at the time. And I finally, like, I never was really into computer gaming because, like, I just never had the system for it, so I never even could like try it, be like, yeah, let me try it, see what it's like. But when we lived on our own at that trailer at my mom's house for the first time, I ended up piecing together, like, I wanted to build one so bad. I was like, I want to design, I want a case, you know, that I picked out. I want, you know, the power supply that I pick out, the motherboard I pick out, you know, like, I wanted to piece it together part by part and then put it together. And, you know, I put all kinds of, like, cool lights in it and halos and stuff like that. And it was sweet. Like, it was a monstrous computer, you know. It could handle so much at the time. And, like, at that time, like, I wasn't posting YouTube. Well, yeah, I was posting YouTube videos on my other channel, but they were, like, stupid, you know, like, I had the bass, you know, blaring in the car and, like, recording the windows rattling and stuff like that. But, like, I wasn't doing any kind of like video editing or anything. Like, I was literally watching YouTube videos, you know, browsing Facebook and MySpace and stuff like that. So, like, I built this monstrous gaming computer that could have probably handled nearly everything at the time, like on, you know, high settings and whatnot. Never played any of it. Like, I downloaded, I think Grand Theft Auto 4 was out at the time, and I downloaded that, and I had like the mods for it and stuff, you know, where you could do all kinds of cool stuff. And it was a blast. Like, I had fun playing it. Like, it ran, yeah, so I lied. I did play a game. I had Grand Theft Auto. I just now remember that. I thought that was on console. But I downloaded it because you could do, like, the mods and stuff like that. So, something, I don't remember what it was, but certain things I would do in the game, it would just crash and freeze. And I never looked into it because, like, I was never, like, intensely gaming on it. Like, I was just literally doing it, like, when I was bored, just play for a few minutes here and there. But there were certain things that I would do in the game, and the game would just crash and freeze, and it, you know, it pissed me off because I couldn't figure out what it was. But I never, like, really dove deep into trying to figure out the issue. I ended up buying a MacBook Pro. I bought it used for, like, it was one of the higher end models, and I got it used at the time. It was probably 4 or 5 years old, so I paid about, I think, $400 or $500 for it. And it was a learning curve, you know, going from Windows to Mac, because I always loved iPhones. And I was like, you know, if I love iPhones this much, I'll probably love, you know, Mac computers. I want to try one because I know they look sweet, that all aluminum case and all that. But anyway, so I had bought one, and, you know, within like probably 2 weeks, it probably took me to get used to it, get the hang of everything. I fell in love with it. I was like, I literally, like, I don't ever want Windows again. Like, this is so smooth. It works so nicely. It looks so good. Like, it blew away my gaming computer that I paid, you know, 5 times, 6 times the price for. But obviously Macs really aren't built for gaming or anything like that. It's like video editing, photo editing, you know, any kind of like graphic stuff, but not gaming, I guess. And there's ways around that, but so I ended up, like, my computer just sat and sat and sat. I ended up selling it for, you know, a fraction of what I paid for it, for everything. So with that Grand Theft Auto 4 that I was playing on that computer, I never liked it on console. Like, Grand Theft Auto 4 was like my least favorite one. I never really got into it. I only played it on the computer because you could do like the mods and stuff and like do all this cool crazy stuff you couldn't do on the console. And I liked it, but like I really wasn't comparing graphics or anything. Plus, I cheaped out on a monitor. Like, I had a badass graphics card, but, like, you know, a $120 monitor, which was like, it was 1080, but, like, you know, low refresh rates, you know, slow response time, stuff like that. So I wasn't getting anywhere near the quality that I could have been. So, you know, it wasn't really like drastically different to me over playing on a console. And plus, I like the simplicity. You know, a console, it's so simple. Like, boom, you turn it on, like, it has one job, and that job is to play that game. You know, you don't have anything else going on, nothing going on in the background and whatnot. So, like, I fire up the console, I choose my game, and I'm playing. versus, you know, a computer, you've got a whole desktop and programs and apps and, you know, millions of different settings and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, screw all that. You know, that's just too much work. So fast forward to now, a lot of my buddies are migrating over to PC, or have in the past like year or two. And you always hear PC, you know, they call it like a PC master race or whatever when you're talking about gaming. And you always hear them just like, dude, I'll never go back to console. Consoles are so shitty, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, come on. I got Xbox now. I like Xbox One. I had PS1, PS2, and PS3. I liked all those over the Xbox and Xbox 360. And then when the PS4 and the Xbox One came out, I had both. I'm always buying stuff and flipping stuff. If you guys haven't like realized that yet, or if I haven't mentioned that, I was a Sony guy at the time. You know, I was a PlayStation guy. So of course, you know, I saved up and bought the PS4 when it came out, and I liked it, but like, it didn't at the time seem much different than a PS3. Like, and the PS3, I was never a fan of like the user interface, like the menus and all that stuff. You know, I just thought Xbox 360 had kind of like a cooler looking like interface, like it was more colorful and just a little more like, I guess, bloated in a sense of like how big stuff was. Like, it wasn't super minimalistic. And but anyway, so I had found, it was like when the first ones came out, you know, the original ones. So they were the big consoles like the Xbox One, the original one. It was an Xbox One and the Kinect or whatever, and I bought it for like $80. This lady posted on like Facebook Marketplace, she's like, I need $80 ASAP, like literally whoever can get to me first with it, you know, I need the money. So I messaged her, I'm like, hey, I'll come by it right now. Does it work? She's like, yeah, it works perfect. Literally never play it, but I need the money. I'm like, all right, give me your address, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I went and bought it, and just literally sole intentions to flip it, because, you know, I was a PlayStation guy up until that point. I hooked it up because, you know, I wanted to make sure it worked, and, you know, it was a little bit dusty, so I cleaned it and stuff, and she had a couple games with it, and I played it for, you know, like an hour or something, and I was like, I really grew to like it, like, really quickly, and I ended up flipping that one and buying another one. Like, I didn't really have the money at the time to buy one, so I just had to flip it. So I ended up buying my own eventually, and got rid of my PS4 because I just like the Xbox way better. And yeah, so anyways, like, you know, I've been an Xbox guy ever since then, but oh wow. Pretty good. That was fun to watch. Yeah, so anyways, you know, I've been a Xbox guy, but so we've got that new iMac that I bought. You know, once we started, you know, kind of getting more serious, obviously, like on YouTube as of recently, like, you know, since you guys have all been subscribed or whatever, but, you know, a couple months ago, and I had bought an older iMac, like the big 27-inch, like all-in-one. I had bought one used for like $500 or $600, like years ago. It was like a 2009 or something like that model, and that thing was a beast, you know, even up until like literally we had it in 2020. Like, that's, I think I got rid of it like right after Christmas, and that thing still to this day was a beast. Like, and I loved it. Like I said, you know, I went to Mac and I never looked back. But I was ready for something new because, you know, obviously cameras now and stuff like that record in 4K, and that the weak spot on that computer was like, it could render 4K, like, and it could process the videos, but when I was editing them, like, it would play back and be like, you know, just like skipping along. So I'm like, I can't, you know, edit even though I could render it, like, I edit too much into it, you know, I cut too much stuff out and stuff like that, and flip-flop stuff around, you know, to be able to deal with that. So I wanted to save up and get like the new iMac, which is super small and, you know, like way thinner. The other one was real thick. And so I wanted to buy new, you know, I wanted something with a warranty. I wanted something where, you know, I know it hasn't been, you know, abused or overclocked or, you know, just overheated and, you know, just not taken care of. So we bought that and absolutely love the thing. Like, it's a monster. But I dual boot Windows on it for like those few random times where I need a program that's like a Windows only program, so I can restart the computer and actually boot up Windows 10. And I got to thinking the other day, I'm like, you know, Warzone for Call of Duty, I'm like, Warzone is free. I'm like, I got Windows on the Mac, I can dual boot. So I booted into Windows, I downloaded it. And the only weak spot on that computer was that it only had 8 gigs of RAM. Like, the processor's a monster. I got 2 terabytes of storage. I got a SSD, you know, all the good stuff. Great graphics card. But the RAM was only the weak spot. But only in Windows. Like, Mac is such a lighter operating system that you can have half the specs of Windows and be twice as fast in most cases. So 8 gigabytes of RAM is like 16 on Windows, you know, and that's 16 is like the least I'd run on Windows. So I had downloaded it, I got everything to work, you know, I was tweaking all the video settings, and it actually played, and I was like, holy crap. And that, you know, that monitor, that iMac monitor is a 5K monitor. Like, you got 1080, you've got 2K, you've got 4K, and you've got 5K. This was a 5K monitor, so like, it was insane. So I tweaked the settings and like, it ran good. I'll give it that. Like, on low settings, it ran good. But even on those low settings, it was so much like more immersive. The graphics blew it away, like playing on PC versus the Xbox One. And I was just like, holy crap, dude. Like, I really want a gaming computer to be able to play this. Like, I don't even want to, you know, mess around with the Xbox anymore. So I ordered, I'd always wanted more RAM because we do a lot of video editing and stuff like that. And more RAM will typically make a lot of the rendering stuff not necessarily go faster, but like as you're editing, like a lot of stuff is more responsive, I guess, in a sense. It's hard to explain without like being able to show it. But so I got on Amazon, I found a pretty good deal on some RAM, and I bought, there's 4 slots, and the factory option came with 2 4 gigabyte sticks. So there's 2 slots open and 8 gigabytes already in it. The factory option, the reason I didn't order any from Apple, like when I bought the computer, is the RAM from Apple is outrageous. 64 gigabytes of RAM. That's the maximum they'll put in. The computer can handle 128, but the maximum Apple will put in there from the factory is 64 gigs, and that is $1,000 to upgrade to that. That's outrageous. 128, and it's smaller, so it is a little bit more expensive. I notice RAM prices are going up even for Windows. I don't know why, but you know, it takes a different style of RAM than like your average Windows desktop. So I obviously knew it was going to be a little bit more expensive than, you know, just buying comparable desktop, you know, PC RAM. For $1,000 from Apple, I could have upgraded to 64 gigabytes. For $900 on my own, I could have put 128 gigabytes in it, which that's still outrageous, but like, you know, what the hell? So I ordered 32 gigs for a little over $100, so that puts me at 40 total. I fired up the game, and it is buttery smooth. Like, that Mac, I had basically every setting like maxed out or on high, and it is buttery smooth. Like, it is perfect. So that RAM was the only limitation on it, because it was running at like 90 to 95% RAM. Like, I got the little overlay showing up on the desktop when I'm playing. So, you know, the RAM was pretty much maxed out, and I knew that. The game requires 8 gigabytes minimum, but recommends at least 16. So now I got 40. That game with all those settings turned back up is out of this world. Like, I only played 1 round. But anyway, so all this is going to say I just splurged on a pre-built gaming computer. This one in particular, the only 2 weak points are the motherboard and the power supply. And the power supply is a good power supply. It's about 50 watts less than I would have put for this build, which is no big deal because that's about $80 to upgrade to one that I want to get. And then the motherboard is it's a decent one, but it's just real generic. So a really good upgrade motherboard is about not even $100. But I pieced everything together, and everything in this kit, in this, you know, pre-built computer is, it would have been about $1,500, $1,600-ish, give or take, maybe a little bit cheaper, you know, if I could have got some discount codes and stuff like that. I got it here, you know, I got it at Best Buy for like $1,300, which is expensive, don't get me wrong. But I am so excited to get this thing home and set up and get these games downloaded. I'm done with Xbox. Like, I'm moving to PC. This stuff is going to be sweet, and I can't wait. And I'm so glad, because Warzone is like the only thing I'm playing right now. And Warzone is free, so I don't even got to like rebuy the game. But I'm so excited to get this thing. It comes with 16 gigs of RAM. I ordered an additional 16 for like $70. So do a quick upgrade right away. But I'm here. I'm at Best Buy. They're doing like curbside pickup. Like, you're not even allowed to go in the store anymore. So we'll see how that works. But I'll be right back. So I guess this person just brings their stuff. You just throw it right in the trunk. We're all set?
Yep,
all right. Thank you, guys. That was pretty cool. Totally going the wrong way here, but the parking lot's empty, so that's no big deal. Actually, I want to get out because they don't even like. I just had to show them my ID. Like, I don't sign anything or like no receipt or nothing. What the hell? I mean, I'm gonna pop the trunk and see what. Oh, somebody was doing some donuts here, having some fun. Cool. It's all here. Sweet. It's simple enough. I mean, no receipt, but I ordered it online, so I got a receipt in my email. I just, for some reason, was expecting like a paper one or something, but oh well. Now's the worst part because I'm so anxious to be back home, but now I got like a half-hour drive home because I had to come up to. I'm turning left, right turn only. Deal with it. Wow, it's up here. It's way different. Like Monroe, there's still just as many people out and about as normal. Like, honestly, up here though, it's compared to what it normally is like, it's like a ghost town. This is crazy. But yeah, you guys, I'm super excited to get this thing set up. Let me know in the comments, like, what do you guys prefer? You guys like PS4, Xbox? I think the Nintendo Switches are cool. I've never been like a Nintendo guy. The Wii was always cool. Like, I loved it, you know, because it was like immersive, and you know, you were using like your own motion to play the game, which was cool. But I never had one. I was never really impressed by the graphics, and I was like, it's one of those ones that it was like novelty fun, you know, like you had some guests over or something like that, and it was fun to like get the bowling out or like tennis and stuff. But you know, I'd never be sitting at home like, you know what, let me fire up the Wii and play some, you know, some Wii Fit or some Wii Bowling or something. So never had one of those. A lot of friends did those, you know, so I played plenty of it. The Switch though is really cool. Like, I like the portability factor of it. Like, your console like is basically with you. You know, you can set up the screen and play separately with the controllers, you know, out in public, or you know, set it in that like dock and play it on your TV and stuff. I think that's really cool. I just, they don't have many titles that like interest me, and the price point for it, I'm just like, I wouldn't get as much use out of it, you know, as what you're paying for it. But yeah, those, what do you guys play though? Like Xbox, PS4, PS3? You guys, I was kind of excited for like, you know, the new PS5 and stuff like that, but I'm like, for what? It's just gonna be another, you know, being new, it's gonna be another $500-600 console with, you know, $60+ games, and it's gonna have its huge downfalls right off the bat that they're gonna have to like do like 3 or 4 revisions to fix and stuff. That's what sucks about consoles. Like, if you splurge, you know, and buy that first one that's like $400 or $500, you're like the guinea pig that, you know, you've got the first one that they've got, obviously, you know, they've been developing it for a ton of time. They got tons of stuff, you know, worked out of it, all the issues. But you're going to run into other stuff that's going to pop up. And now you're stuck with that one. You know, you can warranty it out or something like that, but you can't return it and upgrade to the new one when it comes out. Then, you know, a year or two down the road, for $100 less, they've got the new, smaller, quieter, faster one that comes out. So it's like, essentially like with Xboxes, you know, I had the original, like when I bought, you know, for myself, I'm not talking about the ones, you know, that I would buy and flip. You know, the original one was, I always got them on sale. I would never pay full price, but still, you know, probably $350, even $400. And then now I've got the One S, which is, you know, the smaller, you know, upgraded kind of one. And, you know, that was another like $300 or $350, whatever it was at the time. So it's just like they trick you into, and it's obviously you're falling for it, but they trick you into like buying the same console a couple times. And at that point, like, what I paid for this PC, this monster, you know, powerhouse of a PC, is just shy of what I paid, you know, for all the Xboxes I've owned and upgraded over time, you know. So I don't know, it's kind of like and then the PC, you know, down the road when something better comes out, or, well, obviously there's always something better, but like when this can't handle, you know, what the current gaming situation is like, I can throw a new graphics card in it, or, you know, I can upgrade the processor, add some more RAM, you know, it's like, it's completely upgradable however you want it, which is why I'm really, really excited about this. Plus, it's actually going to be really cool because obviously me and Shelby both post videos, so we both use the computer to edit. So now we'll have 2 computers in the house. I swear though, I'm still going to be stuck on Mac. Like, I'm going to use this one for gaming, but aside from that, like, I just cannot get used to Windows. I do not like it anymore. But yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to head home here and get this thing opened up.